What's up, broods and broodettes? It's the Picodudes. I'm Sam Rathert, and with me, your host, the most ghost, is Jeremy Hidalgo.
Thanks, Sam. You have such a nice radio voice.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Radio voice. I have a good face for radio, too.
No, you have a good face for faces.
For facing things. I'm so good at facing things. I was born to do that.
That's awesome.
It's good at
You have two eyes.
covering my flesh.
One nose. No, it is your flesh. It covers your bones.
Well, you would consider this meat flesh, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Oh, I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, this is it's the day after Halloween. This is probably going to air 3 weeks later, but we're prepping for holidays. We're trying to get ahead, so get some recordings in the bag.
Yep.
So we're still in the Halloween spirit. We're still playing with ghosts
And flesh.
eating candy and talking about flesh.
All right, well, what do we got today?
Speaking of flesh,
Speaking of flesh.
and we're sorry for those who are so in love with our videos. Due to some technical difficulties, there is no video on this or our previous episode, but it will be back up on our next episode.
Next episode.
Next episode.
And by technical difficulties, he means I forgot the camera stuff.
Come on, man.
Thanks for trying to bail me out. But so today we've got Pike Brewing Monk's Uncle Take 2.
Take 2. And why are we doing a take 2?
Well, because on take 1, I brewed the Pico Pack. The Pico Pack had an issue where it clogged the step filter, and it just wasn't pretty. But I did try to save it anyways. So it happened toward the end of the brew and ended up sitting in there. I was out doing something, came back in, saved all the wort, added the carbonating sugar packet that comes
Try
with,
and give it enough to...
just to make sure it was good and covered with sugars for the yeasties, and well, boy was it.
Boy, was it.
Yeah.
That was the most alcoholic and the sweetest beer I think I've ever had.
Yeah, I mean, it tasted alcoholic. I think
Halloween candy beer.
it pushed the limits of
The fun dip.
what
but
the yeast
beer.
was able to
It
handle.
sure
and thing.
did.
And so this one is the second one. They sent Pico Brew sent me another Pico Pack to
Because
replace
they're
that.
awesome. If you're listening and you have any issue, contact Pico Brew. You know what they're going to do? They're going to help you out.
Yeah, and Joshua Bennett was like
He's the man.
on the spot. He said, "You know what? You should brew another one because it shouldn't fail like that, and you want to make sure you get an accurate representation of the recipe." So he sent one over.
And we found out that you did not have an accurate representation.
Not at all. Not just because I added the additional sugar, although that's probably
That's
a big
got to be a
reason.
big piece.
Yeah, that's probably the major reason. But this one is totally different. So we're reviewing one. I've got another bottle of the actual
You
Pike
have the store-bought version waiting
Monk's
to go.
Uncle, yep. And we're going to compare the two and see if this recipe is closer than the one before. And
You want to do a quick reminder of what this sucker is? We got a triple ale here. This is a heavy. This is a 9%. Well, 9% of the bottle. Was it 8.2 in the way you brewed it?
8.2 was, well, it was supposed to be, I thought it was supposed to be 8.2 or something like that. I actually think we reached closer to 10.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we did.
And maybe even closer to 11 or 12 by the
We
drunkenness.
turned it into a barley wine.
Yeah, pretty much.
But you know what? That's this style is. It's a triple ale. It's golden, which you've done a great job.
Yeah.
This color, and I think the color on the other one was pretty good, but this is a perfect color beer.
Yep.
It looks delicious. This is the beer that they actually pour in the glass for beer commercials.
Yeah.
instead of their own real beer. Golden colored ale. It's got hints of honey and spice is what
Yeah.
it's supposed to have. And
Yeah.
I think we're getting both of those this time.
Yes.
We got no spice last time. It was all sweet.
Yeah, or alcohol. Like
Or alcohol.
Yeah, it was sweet alcohol, almost like, I think, didn't we compare it to like a mixed drink?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
It was like a flat rum and Coke.
Yeah, or yeah, it was just
Or something like that.
It was just kind of like a cocktail. And so so this time I fermented it. I'd have to look at my phone to see the exact amount of time on Brew Pulse. By the way, that logo you saw was the Brew Pulse logo.
Oh, it was?
Yeah. So Brew Pulse is now live, and sorry, my ADD's kicking in, so I'll get back on track here. But the app itself, I believe I fermented, to the beer itself, I believe I fermented for about 13 days. Got it done, got it ready to go, put it in with some of the other beers, and then it cold crashed for about a week and a half.
Oh, nice.
And then it carbonated in, what do you say, about 10 minutes?
It's, oh my gosh, people. We did a couple episodes back a fast carbonation method that we shared with you. And it really is just using that regulator you can buy from Pico Brew.
And a serving keg.
One of the Pico Brew serving kegs, and then a little CO2 cartridge. And yes, I watched yesterday as we started our competition, and Jeremy's like, I didn't ever carbonate this beer. I never had time. And as we're carrying the others upstairs, he slaps the regulator on, slaps in his CO2, and starts doing his roll.
He's
doing his gentle roll, and then tipping it and doing this. You got the moves, because you came up 10-15 minutes later with a carbonated beer.
Yeah, and not just carbonated, but pretty close to right where I wanted it. And it's kind of I guess you develop the art a little bit. It's kind of like tossing pizza dough. You ever watch the guys who are making the pizza dough, and
it's like massaging a naked man.
I'll let you explain that one. I have no reference for it. We don't have video. They can't.
I know.
See that.
I wish we had video. We are really missing out.
By the way, I'm not a naked man, and I'm not being massaged. That's not what's going on here. But I just want to be clear. If there's dead air, people might wonder.
I kind of do want video now, just to prove what's not happening.
Especially given all our previous comments about not wearing pants.
So you did your rolly roll method, and we have a wonderfully carbonated beer, and then you had to do it again.
Yeah.
Just now, and we have it again. This time you did it in half the time.
Yeah. Well, there was a quarter of the beer, and it was still carbonated-ish from yesterday. But like I said, we've
got a little head floating on this.
Yeah, we transported it home and then transported it back, and it's pretty good.
Yeah. So we got deep into what this was. We went deep into Pike Brewing. What differences are you picking up on this? Let's start with the nose.
So I'd say first and foremost, it's got a fruity nose.
The fruity comes forth now. Yep.
A little bit of a spice, but not much. No alcohol nose like we had before.
Yes, exactly.
Before you would smell this, and it smelled like
someone left rum out.
Yeah, it smelled like alcohol.
No, this is...
What are you getting on the nose? Same?
I'm the same thing, and that's why I was curious, because I remember we commented a number of times last time that it doesn't have the fruit that was promised. In all the comments we read, it's the fruit in the nose, the exotic esters.
So there now.
And you're totally getting it this time. So you get on the nose, and when you go to the drink, same mouth feel for the most part, but man, that finish is different. Instead of, ooh, you could light my breath on fire finish, it's, again, the fruit comes out.
Yeah. It's a little bit more, you get...
and you get sweetness from the malt.
And the yeast, there's that a little bit of that very, very light note of banana at the end. And also sort of maybe even some tropical flavors, right?
But I'm still picking up honey, too. The
honey is more
honey
there,
than alcohol.
Yes. Well, the alcohol is not the star of the show for sure in this one. And I think
you lose alcohol.
The mouthfeel is good. It leaves that slight coating that you get from this type of yeast. You get, if you have a Hefeweizen or a good, wit beer or any Belgian ale, the yeast sort of leaves that banana and coriander type aftertaste.
Banana spice.
But spice, yeah. So that's there. That's present.
But it's good. I mean, I love a German beer, and this is a good German beer.
Yep, I'm with you.
Digging it. So I'm going to finish mine up so we can pop this bottle. I already know I like it a heck of a lot better. I don't remember what I gave yours, but it wasn't great.
I like this.
This is
we didn't give it anything. We told people they had to wait. So this is when this is the payoff. This is the money shot for this. They get to finally find out how many stars this gets.
I'm sorry.
Okay. This is something where you find out the stars.
What's the difference between Acne and a priest?
I don't know.
Acne doesn't start coming on a boy's face until he's 12.
Oh my God. I have to cut that out.
You have to cut that out. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. We were telling dark jokes at the party yesterday.
Yeah, but not recording it. All right, back on track. So Sam's pouring us the
I
Pike.
absolutely am, and I kind of wish you'd left a little in your glass because I'm looking at color here.
The color
And
was
other
right on, but
than
that's way
it's
more clear.
Yeah, this is way more clear. Sorry, I should have poured that for you. I'm a dick.
No, you're cool. I took it away from you, and we should finish this bottle. Maybe more you than me.
Yeah, because I don't have to drive.
Correct.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That
is a beautiful
so
looking beer.
Clear. I have to say right off, the clarity is so much better.
Yeah.
And this is
Oh, it's danker again, right? We noticed this last time. There's a more of a wet hop smell.
oh yeah.
It's
At first I thought somebody had done something.
no, I swear to God, I didn't fart in your glass.
It's,
I didn't make it a Dutch oven or a Belgian oven in this case.
It is danker, like
It's danker.
big time.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that means for flavor yet, but I get spice this time though, like there was coarse ground pepper or something like that.
Yeah.
Not even that. What? It's an actual thing. It's an actual thing.
It is an actual thing that you smell. Yes.
Oh, I wish I could come up with it. But there's something in there, whether it's like sulfurish or something like just lit match or
Maybe a little bit
or
of
just unlit match. And just
or that like very first lit match, like
yeah, or a candle. But I get some sort of
it's like a Heineken. It's that more that
Never had one.
skunky smell.
yeah. But it does have a little of that. Not
Yeah.
bad.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's not bad,
It's
but
not
it's
bad.
that smell. It's
Just
not
smells
bad.
skunky. It's not bad. Should we try a taste of this? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Tastes kind of like it smells.
It's a little more bitter.
I was gonna say it is not nearly as sweet, or at least the sweet isn't enough to overpower the bitter.
I'm getting like a little ester aftertaste. Like it's almost like when you have
almost-
NyQuil.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say
And
that
then you-
slight, not burning, but tingling.
Yeah, like you have NyQuil and you go, okay, so it's initially sort of sweet, and then your taste buds sort of regret that you just
Those
put
are
it.
chemicals.
Yeah, and it was almost a little bit of that. Like if we describe the flavor in stages, the initial flavor is similar to the beer that we just drank. It's got a little bit of that florally.
I'll be honest. This is reminding me more of your first go. Mm-hmm. I'm getting alcohol,
Yeah, more alcohol.
especially on the back of my tongue and throat, and
A lot more hop.
And
Like there's a lot more
which is
bittering
weird.
hop.
This is only an IBU of 34 beer, but this is more than the 92. This is like, and you got it on that nose. You're right, and it might just be some of that hop that we're picking up.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of bittering hop.
But whoa, I have to say, and I've never had this beer in my life. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. And
Are you a fan of the Pico Brew version?
and we've found this before. I prefer the Pico Brew version. I'll say this. Normally, the Pico Brew version is mellower, and in this case, I would say it is, but I think I get more flavor
Yeah,
out of the Pico Brew version than I'm getting out of the store-bought version.
I agree. The store-bought version, and I wonder if it's just because we started with the Pico Brew version, but the store-bought version right now is harsh. Mm-hmm. It has more bittering hops,
It's
more
hard to drink. I feel like I'm being punished.
Yeah, they're bitter bittering hops.
Yes, it tastes like they're fresh in the bottle.
And there's nothing to balance it out.
Not none of sweet, and I'm surprised that there's not nearly as much. I'm not picking up honey.
Yeah.
I'm not picking up the sweetness from the organic malts and sugars. I'm just picking up.
I'm trying. Okay, so now that my palate's sort of acclimated a little bit, I've cleaned out the previous taste.
Okay.
And as you sort of Swish it around in your mouth. There is a little bit of the coriander, a little bit of the floral starts to come through. It's really hard to get to. You have to get through that initial. There's that bitterness, and it's really present right now.
Yep.
But I can start to feel those other flavors. A little bit of pepper. I mean, there is
the pepper.
You mentioned
totally
that comes
pepper
through on the aroma, and that pepper it's like you take a bite of steak that's been salt and peppered and maybe a little heavily peppered, and you get
heavy
some of
pepper.
that. Yeah, you get that heavy pepper on the back of your tongue.
Yep.
Kind of. That's definitely.
And it's the back
there.
of your tongue is where we're picking it up.
Yep, for sure. So
wow. So I know it's growing on you as you get used to it. I'm also getting used to it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's growing on me. It's just not.
No, it's just not as much of a shock.
It's not as much as a shock. It's you get used to it.
Yeah, I would probably, if I've got 2 of these beers sitting in front of me, which I do, and I'm not doing a podcast, which I am, then I'd probably pour the rest of the commercial version out and let's go finish the keg.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's if we were.
I wonder what it takes. Let me finish what's in my glass and
And then go back to the keg and see what
go back
happens.
to the keg.
Yeah, you do that. You want me to tell another joke, or should I stop while I'm ahead?
Mm-mm.
No, that's just
I
more
don't-
work for you, huh?
I don't want to have to edit. Oh no, that's not getting better.
no!
Um,
Oh no!
now the ester or the alcohol and esters are. I need to stop pouring that.
Oh no!
Sorry. I finished with a big mouthful of the commercial version afterwards, and I have had the commercial version before, and it's been a beer that if I'm in the right mood, I'll buy more bombers of this.
Yeah,
But I would much rather go.
I'm not buying this.
Yeah, I would much rather go brew this. Like
Yeah.
these, if I'm taking the 2 versions of this, I'm taking the version brewed on my Pico brew.
Did you try yours yet? Yeah, we can look at it, and again, the color is right on.
Yours
the
is
clarity, but
urine.
that's just some gelatin.
Yeah.
Or more time cold crashing.
Whoa.
Whoa!
I'm done. That's it. That's whoa. That's all you guys get.
Wouldn't that note?
No, yeah. So the fruity aspects of the Pico Brew version after I'm testing the commercial version
Yes.
are now super enhanced compared to where they were when we were first describing them.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm tasting it, and it's like,
Is it super sweet again?
it's not super sweet. It's like, when you get a banana before it's truly ripe, and you get that banana flavor, but it's a little bit young banana flavor and not quite
Green
like
banana.
yeah, well, not green, but
Green banana.
okay, green banana. So that comes through really strongly.
Not like pure green, but that, you need to put it out for one more day before you peel it.
Sure.
Still slightly green banana.
Yeah,
You do.
that flavor comes
It's a
through.
sharp sweet, and it's not in a good way.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, no. I mean, it's way more pleasant than what.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
You go back to the other one.
I'm going back. I'm going back to. I'm getting gunpowder,
Yeah, there's
and I'm still on the commercial version.
yeah.
When you're. No, I'm just gonna stop now. But
Yes.
if you've ever gotten gunpowder on your hands and then
And then put your hands in your mouth.
I'm getting a little bit of gunpowder.
Yeah, that's okay. Some people will equate or understand.
I'm hoping somebody.
I understand. My grandfather used to have lots of black powder, gunpowder, like laying around.
Mm-hmm.
We used to try and build
There's some human product that can go in that.
rockets with it, and succeeded in burning down
I was gonna say it
one of
didn't
the
explode as
walnut
much as
trees in the
burn.
backyard, and
Or I'm going back to the Jeremy Hidalgo version.
Uh,
It's like you copied their label. It's spot on here.
Yeah, the labels are right on for sure.
I think the color's a little richer on the store-bought version.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my!
It's a
So the aroma, it's definitely not as sharp. It feels
Yeah.
weak compared to what we were just
well,
drinking.
but specifically what's weak is the hops.
Yeah. I get no hop.
Yeah,
no
there's
hop.
no hops in this coming through. I guess if you search for it, it's maybe there in the background, but
It's still really good. This is still really good.
it is really good.
The commercial version up against the Pico Brew, I like the Pico Brew version better.
I'm with you. If we're gonna give a rating to the commercial version,
I would maybe be at a 2.5.
yeah,
For me, that is not a beer I am going to buy again, to be honest.
I'll buy it again. But I
don't
have
even
to
know
be
if
in
I
the
would.
mood.
Would you drink that whole bottle right now?
No.
So,
Well, no, not when this is available.
Well, yeah.
But there are certain times that's the kind of beer I kind of want. Like I would put it in an English pint or the proper glass, and I would have a little bit of it when I'm feeling extra pretentious.
I have so many things to say, but I'm not drunk enough.
Oh, we'll wait till we stop recording.
I will.
So I don't have to cut it all out.
Yep.
But this version,
If you want to hear what I was about to say, let us know. Because we can make this podcast whatever you want.
or we can say them anyways, and then take the outtakes and put them in only patron sections.
Get optional for those that...
This Pico Brew version, I'm gonna order this again.
You know, all I wish, I want a little more hop. I don't want the punchy and the junk hop that, again, not a high...
You don't want the thump ball hop.
I don't want thump ball. I don't.
If you don't know what thump ball is, listen to our previous episode. Mm-hmm. You still might be struggling with it even after listening.
I don't feel good.
Yeah, but people could probably surmise what thump ball entails.
I'm glad there was no video.
I mean, it says it in the title of the game.
Yes.
It's not an actual game. Don't try this at home, folks.
All right, back to Pike Monk's Uncle. I've just tried mixing them because that's something we tend to do.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes.
How is it when you mix them? We liked it when we mixed it last time, didn't we?
We didn't have one to compare against last time.
Yeah, we did. Oh, no, we didn't.
We did not.
We did not.
You get more aroma, which is what I was looking for. I want some hop, but not that much hop.
So you heard it here first. Brew the Pico Brew version, then add your own bottle of... No, I'm just kidding.
You know what? One bottle of this added to one keg of this would probably be great. I just think that it needs more hops. So is this one that came with dry hops?
No.
Okay, so I feel...
No, it's a Belgian ale.
Yes, it's okay. Yeah. I don't know how they get it here, but the hops aren't necessarily... There is some bitter, but it's so strongly hopped. I don't know how they did it without adding... Are you okay?
Yeah.
Did you play thump ball?
No, I'm listening. I had to take a deep breath, and I'm trying to decide if I'm going to help finish this bottle that we paid money for.
No. No, life's too short for bad beer.
It is. It's not bad beer.
It's not?
It's not good right now.
It's just not good. No, honey.
Well, there are multiple factors that influence your taste buds at any given time, and right now, a better beer is influencing my taste buds.
And again, we had a pumpkin beer that might be throwing us off. Also, we didn't even think of that.
But
we had
you know
that
what?
Pumpkin on the back of our tongue.
This Monk's Uncle tastes
Just like real monks. Uncles.
Real Monk's Uncles. It tastes like... This was the first beer I drank yesterday, and it tastes almost spot on the same as I remember yesterday. And so that was prior to me trying any Gorgeous Ale or trying any of the other beers. And so this is a beer that I'm going to order again on my Pico Brew and brew again for probably the winter months. It's really good.
Okay.
Or the springtime when you're coming out of winter. Those are the only seasons. I'm not brewing this in the summer because I will get trashed when I'm trying to drink this while mowing the lawn.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It's
9%.
You know, the other thing too is the alcohol flavor in the Pico Brew version is not anywhere near where it is. Not only on the first Pico Brew version, but also not on this bottle.
Oh yeah, the bottle version has... Now, I think it might be almost 1% higher than the Pico Brew version, but it comes across like way more.
Yeah, it really does. It's way more pronounced. And the Pico Brew version is still, I mean, we've only had tastes of the bottle comparatively, and the Pico Brew version is still 8% alcohol.
So what's your rating for the Pico Brew version?
I think I'm at a 3.85. Can I go?
Nope.
Go right 3.75.
I was at a 3.75 also. So I think we're both in the same place. It's good. You might make it again. There's a lot of really good packs out there to try, though. So it's worth trying, though. It's one, though, I would recommend. Have you ever had anything like this out of Pico Brew?
Not yet.
Not yet. And I like doing things with my Pico Brew. I'm telling you right now, as soon as I finish this glass, you know what I'm going to have?
What?
Berliner Blut.
I am too.
It's because, guys,
it's so different.
I did not like it when we did our first podcast. It was a little too much for me. I've tried it a couple times since. It's growing and growing. Did someone recommend that one to us?
Yes. I think it was Patrick Fielder.
So, Patrick, I apologize if you listened to our first Berliner Blut episode and we're like,
I'll put the disclaimer in. We'll keep people on a cliffhanger, and when we release the Berliner Blut episode, I'll tell them, hold on to 2 episodes later when we actually appreciate this beer, because it is just getting better and better.
And it needed time.
It did.
It needed more time. And that's telling us something about these beers. We are spoiled because I see home brewers that spend months creating a beer. We're making beer in 5 days.
Andy Lusk sent me a text today saying that
I miss you when you're so pretty.
He might stop by next Thursday.
It's fantastic. Next Thursday. What's going on?
We're gonna podcast again, right?
How about we do it next Wednesday?
Oh, we can do next Wednesday.
Perfect. Let's do that.
Okay, I'll tell him. Anyways, he did the Denny with Denny. So the Denny.
What do you mean with Denny?
The Denny Imperial Vanilla Bourbon Porter Stout.
Oh, with Denny's yeast. Scraped fresh from the
with
It's not why you use 1350.
No, but he did add a bourbon that may or may not be derived from the same.
Oh my God! He just inceptioned the Denny Con.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So it's
Vanilla Bourbon Imperial Porter Stout
by
Menon.
Denny.
By Denny. So
Yum.
I think he mentioned he was going to do that. And how genius is that? Brew some up, distill it down into a bourbon, and add that to more of the Denny Con.
Yeah. And I'm positive he did that at a place that has the licensing available to do that.
Yeah, I know that he
did
that with someone that...
Had
he
licensing.
didn't do it himself.
No.
But
a local distiller
did that. I remember, yeah.
Correct.
I remember you talking about that.
Yeah.
That is so awesome.
But he took the mash to the distiller. The distiller then took the mash from the vanilla bourbon and then imperial stout, and then they put it into a bourbon that was then added to the same. It's kind of like a turducken.
Oh my gosh, yes, but it's a duckin.
It's a duckin.
Okay, Monk's uncle, a bottle and a liter of this is getting to us.
A bottle and a liter. It is.
Ooh, plus we've had pumpkin beer.
There's no doubt that this is every bit of the 8.2 or whatever that it's supposed to be out of the Pico Brew.
That's pretty good stuff. So
I like the Pico Brew version.
Did we nail 375? We're both sitting on that.
We'll go with that.
Okay.
Yeah. It's still I'm going to order it again. We're in a little bit of a unique situation. There's a lot of Pico packs to
we got
get
to catch them all.
Yeah, we got to catch them all.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And we got more coming.
More coming.
But until then,
Picodudes
out.
You've reached the end of another episode of the Picodudes podcast. Connect with us at picodudes.com, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. And if you enjoyed our show, we'd love for you to subscribe, rate, and give us a review wherever you listen to your podcasts, but mostly iTunes. Also, if you want a code that will help give you some discounts off of the Pico Brew equipment, Z150D equals $150 off of the Z Series. Pro, PRO 125D gives you $125 off of the Pico Pro, and C75D gets you $75 off of your purchase of a Pico C. We hope you enjoy listening. Look forward to hearing from you. Picodudes out.